Alright, looks like we are live. Hey everyone, today we are continuing the walk down Lincolnway. You may remember that this street, Carey, we finished off on in the second live stream. This is not a continuation of that stream, rather the stream that technically should be before the next stream, or the last stream, depending on if you're watching them live or watching the replays in the live stream playlist that I have set up. But we're going to go ahead and start. I'll go and give a couple quick shout outs here. Got Coleman Fink. Hey Joshua. Also Sharks411. I saw him in there real early. Hey Real RTOT. Hey, I said your name right today. That's cool. Already got a couple people in there though, which is cool. I'll turn this around for the minute. So as I have said in the previous stream, we are doing the walk around Cheyenne. And today we're going to be continuing down Lincolnway. So we'll go all the way over to Holiday Park, where we finished off the last live stream, and we'll go from there. I'm going to rotate this around again. Almost got it. There we go. Today I got gloves and water and everything like that, so I shouldn't have to worry about coughing up a lung when my nose plugs up. So I can't remember if I said in the last live stream. My camera will rotate over there. I can't remember if I said it, but that used to be a Greenland type of area, and then they changed it and put in this road, which continues down this way. And we're going to go ahead and see about crossing here as soon as the light changes. There it is. Got the crown bar. Got Marv's place, and you can see the painting they did up on top. Got a presidential salon. I see those everywhere these days. I don't know about you guys. Prairie House Home Goods. I can't remember all of the places that were here a long time ago. I've looked through the photos and gotten a good idea, but it's been a while since I did that. Notice that the sidewalk has these horseshoes all along it for this space. Got the Atlas Theater there. They've done some remodeling to it over the years, but still looks pretty retro. Apparently they are still doing things there too. Over here we have a building that actually burnt down. They're supposed to put a museum here, but that never actually happened, unfortunately. Hopefully the quality is looking alright. Hopefully there's no lag or anything crazy like that. I know the last stream when we were down here it got a little bit laggy, so I apologize for that. I saw Toads in here, by the way. How are you doing, Toads? Hopefully you're doing good today. Hopefully we don't get a copyright claim for the music that's playing loudly. Apparently they did some sort of parade here or something like that yesterday. And nobody knew about it, so nobody needed to come out. So I don't know how well that turned out. Hey, the Rogue Angel. How are you doing? Yeah, I can be a noob sometimes. At least I'm not being as noobish today. But this is just some of the Christmas decor that they put up on the roads yesterday. Maybe that's what they're doing. I think they're just decorating for the Thanksgiving Day parade, which they're supposedly still gonna do. Got a box of Cheez-Its, do you, Toads? Got the Wrangler right there. We'll go and cross, what the heck. So over here we do got the depot for Cheyenne. I've been in there before when I was younger. Hey, Coulter Daniel, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I know Thanksgiving is just around the corner as we talk about the Thanksgiving Day parade. Personally, I won't be affected too much. I usually always stay home anyway for that and always have some yummy turkey. Tell me what you guys are having in the comments below if you're watching the replay, or even in the live chat if you're watching right now. But as you probably have noticed, many of the Christmas lights are going up all over town already. all that good stuff. They tend to always make this area look really nice during the winter, I've noticed. So when you come here at night, it'll look really cool. But this is the Depot Plaza that we're walking up to. I've gotten hot dogs from the hot dog stand that they have up there before when they have Frontier Days going on. They also got the Albany Bar and, of course, the Wrangler, as I mentioned. There are quite a few photos of the downtown area online that you can find there, really historical, really old, all that good stuff, and you can get an idea of what was here before. Like, for example, you probably see the building right down there with the red stripes going up and down. That was the JCPenney, as I've shown in previous videos. And I think I mentioned it in the last live stream, or one of the previous ones, I should say. Yep, you can see right where that building used to be. It burnt down. It burnt down. They ripped down, just, I guess the funds just aren't there for that museum that they wanted to put there, which is unfortunate. But again, you got more of the lighting over here in the Depot Plaza area. Got the Viaduct there as well, which is not original. Hey, Allie. How are you doing? That's all right. If you can't hear, that's perfectly fine. But this viaduct over here, I can't see it so much now. It wasn't this way before. It actually used to have a ramp over there in front of the Depot Plaza, and it went up and kind of around into one street instead of a divided highway kind of a thing. We also got the Plains Hotel right here. I've been in there a few times. It seems like for it being an old one, it's pretty nice. I know there's some ghost stories there. You could probably actually find several videos on YouTube. I've found them before that talk about that. We also got this array school place here. I think these guys opened about 2 years ago. This, before Array, it was a Mexican restaurant, Los Abuelos. And then before that, it was Grier Furniture. They've kept most of the building, but they have done their own touches on the inside and stuff. There is actually a tour in there when they initially opened their place up. I can't remember which platform it's on, but it is out there on the internet. And of course, we also got the old Lincoln Theater there. That has been converted, I think, into more of a stage theater. It was a two or three screen theater, maybe 4 screen. I think 4 screen. I went there a lot when it was a movie theater. It's not a movie theater anymore, unfortunately. I've heard that motels and hotels are unfortunately not doing so well, actually. I'll add that onto the hotel. And I'll read the comments in 1 sec. As soon as I can get my thumb out to hit the live chat button again. Sorry about my glove. Let's see, I'm coming in that area right now. Oh, dang. Cool. I guess you'll get to see me then. Alright, let's cross before this light. Oops, shit. This person did not see me because of their blind spot. I applaud them for waiting. That was partially my fault for waiting, but whatever. I still technically had the right of way, even though it was flashing. I still technically had it. Oh well. Hey, Parker Taylor. Sorry for the cuss there, but I got scared to death. I don't know if that's a fair excuse, though. To be fair, excuses are never really fair, are they? Yeah, you can see that sign. That was original to Los Abuelos. I think even Grier used it. I'm pretty sure Grier Furniture also used it. This building right here used to be a record shop a long time ago. I have found photos of it when it was a record shop. Right now, as you can see, it's Da Vinci, Little Lotus Yoga, and Jimmy John's. Yeah, I can turn it around here in a second. We'll do it maybe up here on this intersection. Let's see. What's up? Yep, got the Array right there, and the Plains Hotel right there. That's actually where the one of the events that the Cheyenne Historic Preservation Board did, and they invited me for free, and I was like, cool, and I went on in. There's some interesting info I learned, I will say that. But right now we are crossing Warren and Lincolnway, also known as 16th Street, which is also part of the Viaduct. If we can rotate the camera around here. Yeah, you probably will. We're going to be live for a few. Looks like the light's changing. And there we go. Alright. So right there is a Carl's Jr. that used to be a Hardees. Of course, it's the same company, similar food and all that, but just different branding. Before the Hardees was here, it was actually a gas station. I'm pretty sure a Chevron right here. Believe it or not. And there is a photo of that, a couple photos in fact of that when it was there. In that photo, I also remember the Arby's down there that we'll get to closer. It had the old school signage a long time ago. And over here, this whole building never used to be here. This used to be a burger chef. I don't know if something else was here. I don't know if something else was here before Come and Go and Grease Monkey. Cricket has not always been there. Cricket was there for a period. Let's see, when was it? I think about maybe 3 years ago they opened. It's still there now, obviously, but... And then this Come and Go, which is pretty retro, still has the really old look to it. This is how I remember the one on Ridge and Del Range looked before they rebuilt it. Heck yeah, Ashley. Honk on the way. I don't think we'll be able to really talk if you want to jump. I mean, I guess you could. If you can't hear me, if you really want to, you could always pull in a parking lot, but just keep 6 feet. Do me that favor, please, and thank you. Let's see. Do I like Jimmy John's? I like Jimmy John's. It's not too bad. I think Subway and others like that have more options, but I've gone to the Jimmy John's over by the Pershing Marketplace. It was in the first stream we did. I've gone to that one, and it was overall good service and always good food so far. Let's see. I miss Carl's Jr. since they closed mine. Yeah, they've closed a few around me. Not too many, fortunately. How was temperature? It's 50s-ish. With the clouds and a slight breeze, I think it might have dropped to about 40. So you can see the clouds are pretty heavy right now. It's dropped into the 40s area, but it's still fairly warm and not terribly windy, so. Heck yeah, Ashley. Yeah, if you can hear me, if you would absolutely want to stop and just say hi real quick, it's your choice. Just to keep 6 feet if you do decide to do that. I'm not against seeing fans and stuff like that, but of course with Corona, can't really do meetups and stuff like that. So, it's just that coincidence, right? That's pretty much what it is, because I definitely did not plan on having you come by here. Let's see, wind is actually picking up a tiny bit now that you said that. Gosh darn it, you should have knocked on wood. Oh man. Alright, so this Verizon, that was not always there. They built this 3-ish years ago. I think it was around 2018 or so. It's a pretty new Verizon. It's also this liquor store here that's still doing well. Got the Arby's there. Like I said, that sign there never used to look like that. It used to be the old school sign. It used to be the old school sign. Alright, if you are hearing me, I'm going to stop at Village Inn right up here in the parking lot just long enough for you to say hi. It's alright, we're going this way anyway, so it's not that really out of the way. They remodeled several of our Verizons 7 months ago or several months ago? I didn't read that, but yeah, they've remodeled some around here. Got Hacienda, Guadalajara. These seem to be in lots of different places. They always kind of have an interesting, almost Taco Bell-ish building design with the round windows and stuff, but it is a little bit different. I think the one on Del Range is not quite the same. I think like one is franchise and one is local or something like that. And not quite sure of the situation. It's just why I've heard that they're not the same thing, even though they are named the same thing. It's weird. Got Papa John's there. So you probably can tell that wasn't original. I think to the right of it used to be a hair salon, but that's obviously not there anymore. Unless I'm confusing it with a spot a little further down, I can't remember. Yeah, we'll stop right over here in the Village Inn parking lot for a couple minutes. I'm not against it. Like I said, I'm not against doing a fan meetup with Corona and stuff. I do not want to actually set something up. So, you know, it's a coincidence. We'll just say hi. And we'll just do that. This Village Inn is a newer one, of course. You probably saw the older one, which is way down that way on Lincolnway. That was a pretty cool one overall, I think. An interesting one because it used to be Denny's, of course, too. I've gone to Papa John's, I'll say this. I've gone to the Papa John's and I didn't care for their pizza too much. It was okay. I could do it. I'd rather it over Pizza Hut myself, but it's still not the perfect one. We'll just go a little farther down over here. Over here we got Farmers Insurance, which is not original. And that building with the satellite used to be a radio station's headquarters here. I think KRRR or something like that. I think KRRR was the one that was here. They always had that big old blue ambulance sitting out front. They sold it off, and last time I saw it was sitting over by Baggs Elementary. And they'd taken some of the logos off. It was an interesting vehicle, kind of cool. It's too bad they sold it off. But we also got Scooter's Bar there. Over there we do have some of the railway and industrial type of stuff. More of the industrial businesses. Actually, there's another building right over here that we can see that might be interesting. Give you a couple more minutes. If I don't see it, I'm going to continue because it's cold. It's not freezing, at least. Thank to hell. It's not freezing. I really would have liked to wait to do this stream for another day or two. Let that last video that I did kind of simmer down, if you know what I mean. Like it's a good idea to kind of let your videos just sit there for a second before you do another one, usually. But you know what? Today's about the best day according to the Weather Channel. It said today was going to be the warmest, well, the least windy. All the other days this week are supposed to be colder and windy, so it's the best day that I could choose. And overall, it seems like it was the good day to choose. So that building, I can't remember what was there originally. Right here. There are photos of it online. I can't remember. For a period, Union Wireless was there. Union Wireless was there for a period. And then they moved to the mall or something like that. It's really interesting. Union Wireless kind of has a weird thing here, I will say. Let's see. They just remodeled all of our Verizon 7 months ago. Okay, I did read that right. I remember on my way yesterday, and when I was on my way, I saw a former Wendy's, which I now think is a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, I've seen some interesting things done with Wendy's. I came across one in Florida, actually, that became like some sort of Greek food grill. And I like both Papa John's, even when it's been a while since I had that. And Pizza Hut. Yeah, both of those aren't bad. I don't think they're absolutely bad, but they're not the best in my book. I found that most of the pizza places here. Okay, we're gonna continue. I think she said that she didn't make it, so that's all right. That's okay though. Thanks for Ashley for stopping. It's all right. I'm glad that you were able to pass by me. Hey Adam, how are you doing today, dude? Yeah, the wind has picked up just a little bit, just a wee little bit, and it's made it a little more chilly. You can probably see my hair being blown back to the sides right now, which is really entertaining. What is happening for you, God, if you say something sad, that's not so good. Hopefully not too terrible. Max and Irma's getting repurchased. Well, you know what? In a way, I would argue that's a good thing, because then that means it's not going to be abandoned for very long, right? You know, maybe a little bit of a downfall if you didn't get to film it or something. But aside from that, overall a good thing. It's better to see a place get used than sit vacant and rot away like so many places do. But right over here, we're passing scooters and Liqourland. Sorry for the loud trucks. We also got Halliday Motors Paint and Collision Center over here. We've got Good Friends Chinese over here on the right as well. I didn't show it yet because of the positioning of the posts. I haven't ever tried their food. I guess it's pretty good. I've heard that it's good. I don't know though. I haven't ever tried it. Alright, right there we do have a KAZY Motorsports. I think they were located further on the north end of downtown Cheyenne, but they moved into there. And right now, obviously, they're not open. For a while, that space was completely empty, even though it's part of the Halliday Motors building, as you can see by that signage. And right there where all those vehicles are sitting was a gas station. If you go into the street view, you should be able to see some of the buildings for that gas station too. It kind of had a green color scheme. I'm not sure what it would have been, but you know, it's green and white color scheme. So if you know what that is, comment it below, I guess, or in the live chat if you're watching live. I don't know if this place is gone or not. I think they just might be closed right now. They're not gone. I can't remember what was here originally either. The wind is picking up a little bit, so hopefully you can still hear me clearly. You got Smoker Friendly right there, which has been there forever. We have two Smoker Friendly gas places, but this one is gas, whereas the other one is just convenience, I should say. Got a thrift sign there. I don't know if that's even here or not either. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't know. Unless it's referring to this place right here, which it might be. Another cash place. And then we got Golden Dragon and Mr. Andres. Maybe I was confusing it, because Mr. Andres is right here. So it definitely was not in that other building, but I don't know what was there then next to Papa John's. I think now it's just offices, but got another little auto sales place here. Let's see, we're kind of getting into a dead spot, so I'll flip the camera around for a minute. Live chat. And Sinclair, thank you, Parker. Yeah, that's probably it, Sinclair. Well, there's still one in Monroeville. I have to film one in McMurray, yeah. I think we might have a couple of Max and Irmas around here. Not too many if we do. They're probably in Colorado too. I'm pretty sure they're in Colorado if we do. I can't remember without looking. I know quite a bit of restaurants and stores and everything have been closing lately. I know we had 4 Sweet Tomatoes in Denver that actually closed with bankruptcy that they did earlier this year, which is unfortunate. All right, rotate back around. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. There we go. So right here, we got Colonial East, and next door is a Baskin Robbins. I think I went in here one time, and I don't know if I even ate, honestly. I went in here because a friend of mine actually went in here. I can't remember if I tried it or not. If I did, it was good, I think. I can't remember. I cannot remember for the life of me. Got Lyon's Den Inc., which I think is a tattoo parlor. And Salon Photos, which I guess that's a photography place. And who can tell me what this is? I've talked about it in the last live stream, or next one if you are catching the replay, right? Going through the playlist. This was KFC. It's before it relocated. I went in here one time before COVID, of course. Now that I said COVID, I'm gonna get a frickin' demonetization, whatever. I can't monetize it when I decide to start monetizing the channel, I guess. But turning around here, they do still got a drive-through. I went in here one time when it was open as normal before Corona, and when I was here, the service was just fine. I just grabbed a drink because I was thirsty and a little bit curious, and inside, it looked retro as heck in there. I think I might have a couple clips on Instagram, so maybe I'll put those on my featured section on my profile. I'll have to see if they're still there. I'll put them on my featured section because it looked everything. I'll turn this around again. Come on. I'll turn this around again. It looked retro as heck in there, as I was saying. The pop machine, it still had the old family logos on it. The benches, they still looked like KFC benches. One of them even had the legs kind of falling off because it was that old and worn out. The garbage cans, original. The counters, original. It all was original. So it's a very unique one. It's cool that they were able to reuse it for something better like that. Okay, I saw more live chat messages. Let's see. Have you heard of Mama Roni's Pizza? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I've heard of it, but I haven't seen any of those. Hey, Giarm, thanks for stopping by. Glad you could stop by. I know you're busy, so that's all good. Former KFC, yep. Too bad Wally didn't do a Kmart. Yeah. Sometimes things happen that way, so that way you can't get to them. Let's see. A lot of messages there. About less than half a mile from the old location, yeah. See, this is less than a half mile from the old location. There's Holiday Park up there, so maybe we'll walk through there since it hasn't been too long yet. Right there, we actually got an old car wash a few years ago. They took down the car wash portion of it, what was left anyway, so now I guess it's just storage or office space, but they still have that car wash sign there. There's also a Lynn Buys Houses truck there. I've seen that around town a lot. Got Rock on Wheels. That's right here. I've gone in there, and the service there is overall good generally. Superior glass and mirrors. Also got Daylight Donuts here. I think in the stream, if you're watching the live stream playlist, in the next stream, I said Daylight Donuts. I meant Dunkin' Donuts. This is Daylight Donuts. The donuts here are delicious. Arguably better than some of the other places that sell donuts. Definitely beating Walmart, for example. And we also got Blackjack Pizza right there. Napa Auto Parts. There's a lot of little businesses around this area. Got Avenues Antiques, which, as you can imagine, would probably be some sort of antique store, especially with the things that are out front. Right here is a smoke shop and a loan place. Out of everything that could have taken this over, and out of everything it could have been, before the bare necessities and before the loan stop, this was one of those daycare places, right? One of those little kiddie daycare places. I don't remember the name of it without looking on Google Maps, but you can see it in the Google Maps Street View. We also got this auto place. They used to have a tomato tow truck actually sitting right out front, like right where that Jeep and Toyota and Ram are all sitting in a row right there. continue on. I think I'll do this little bit because I didn't really talk about this space as much. We'll go here first. Got the doorways of Wyoming. I think this is more of an office space plaza right here, more than anything. Got Powers Products Company, Elwood Staffing, United Way of Laramie. That would be a local thing for sure. Over there, as you can see, we got Holiday Park. Got 5 Spine and Fit. We'll go back in a minute and start going down that road a little bit. We'll go through the park maybe. Let's see, what is this place over here? A wellness place. Chiropractics. Got it. If you need a back rub, I guess you know where to go now. And we also got FCI Constructors of Wyoming, LLC right there. And we also have auto parts over there, Advanced Auto Parts. Alright, I think right here I'm going to spin around. We'll go back to the light. And we'll cross there and go through Holiday Park. I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. I can't really look without going out of YouTube app, and if I go out of YouTube app, it ends up making the live stream break, so I'm not going to look. But I definitely can tell it's chillier right now. Maybe 45. It's cooled off a little bit. So let's level this because it changed angle on me a little bit. I'll turn this around because why not? So this intersection we're coming up on is Morrie and Lincolnway, which is where we actually started in the next stream if you're watching the playlist, or the last stream if you've been watching live. And if we flip around, we gotta wait for the light to change. Alright, I saw someone type in here. Is there any pet values? I don't think we even have pet values. I looked up in 55 in Cheyenne. Yeah, it might be then. It's probably the wind. The wind definitely chills it out, especially in the winter. Are you heading towards Big Locomotive? Yeah, we could take a look at that. We could take a look at it again. We're going to be going through the park anyway, so why not? Alright, we can cross. Hopefully that person is going straight, which they are. Yeah, the dude that almost kind of ran me down over there at Warren and Lincolnway, he was in, like, we were in blind spots. I could see him, but he can't see me because of his blind spot, which that's a dangerous thing that you gotta be careful of. He definitely should have been watching more, I think, but you know what? We got out of it. No one got hurt. Right? So it's not that big of a deal. Freedom Roofing. I don't know if that's still there or not. It looks like it might be. I don't know. Alright, so right there at that sign is where we started in the next stream if you're watching the stream playlist on the replays. So we're going to go through the park and we'll go all the way around and meet right back up here, and we'll see how we are on time. Maybe we'll do a tiny bit more. So this is 17th Street. This is where it kind of gets weird. I believe this street let's see, not this one, maybe the one over there. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Is where 16th Street continues, but Lincolnway doesn't. Like, they separate into their own roads after this point. So, yeah. Halliday Park, closed midnight to 5 a.m. My nose is getting a little bit runny. I do have Kleenex, so if I have to blow my nose, I guess I have to blow my nose. Let's see if there's any more chats. I didn't look. Okay, doesn't look like anything I missed. I don't know what I clicked to make that look that way. There we go. I think that's about normal. I don't know what I clicked to make the stream suddenly bright up like that. And I don't know, maybe it was just me. Maybe you guys didn't see it. Right there we got the Cheyenne Artist Guild with a small area over here with playground equipment. This is approaching the east side of the park from the west side. So this road we are on, you'll see in a minute, this road we are on actually used to go all the way through the park. And from what I've heard from stories that people who have lived here in the past and stuff, people always would, on summer nights or whatever, they'd go up and down the roads all day and all night long just about. Just for the fun of driving around and having a good time with all your buddies and stuff. That's obviously not a thing anymore, but most people who have been here maybe 30, 40, maybe 50 years definitely should be able to tell you some stories about that. If you are in Cheyenne, of course. Got the lake over here, which they did some changes to in the last maybe 3 years or so. We'll get a better look at it here in a moment. We'll go over to the engine after this too. Got someone running over there. I do that all the time myself, usually, except this year I haven't been doing as much. I've been doing more walking instead. There we go. It's definitely getting chillier. I'll say that. It's definitely getting chillier. Let's see, what was that? I didn't see it. There it is. Unfortunately, I think the closest pet value to you is Terre Haute, Indiana. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any pet values here. If there was, it was a very long time ago. It's possible they were out this way a long time ago. I know there are quite a few businesses, even like Church's Chicken, that used to be here a long time ago, and then they weren't, and then they came back. It's interesting how that works. Okay, let's turn around now, because this is where I wanted to make that point. So right here, this road that we are on used to go straight through here and not over to this parking lot. Well, I don't know how long this parking lot was here, but it didn't always curve to the right like this. And I've heard the stories that people would always be driving their cars up and down the whole road and having a good time when this still continued all the way through. And that would connect up with 16th Street, which is up there, which is actually Lincolnway. But after the Halliday Park, it turns off of 16th Street. It's weird. Hey, Sharks411, glad to see you in here live. Saw you initially, and I think I gave you a shout out earlier too. Let's see. Yeah, you'll have to film some stuff, yeah. My nose would quit running. We'll go over to the steam engine here in a second. Right over there is the main area for Halliday Park. It didn't used to look like that at all. They put in brand new play equipment maybe, I want to say 6 years ago. You could probably find a rough date based off of Google Maps, because it definitely got the old equipment, and that's what I grew up with. But this isn't what I grew up with. Yeah, right over here we do have tennis courts and the engine. Take a little bit better look for you guys this time. You know, you want to see me dab? I'm not intending offense for those of you that find dabbing offensive. For us as a generation, it's not meant to be offensive by any means. There you go. All right. Hey, Kyle's Retail. How are you doing? So right now we are at, if I can rotate the camera around. Right now we are at Holiday Park in Cheyenne, and we're walking through it. The last time I did a stream, I did a little over a mile. Ended up taking over an hour, but this time it was like 3/4, and it's not hit an hour yet. I love how the timing has worked out, but it's all right. I was debating on a walk through Holiday Park anyway for the end of this stream, so yeah, this is the big boy engine right here. So there's a lot of them, obviously, but this one is unique to Cheyenne, of course. As you can see up there, train 4004. Now, I hope the quality is decent, because I'm not going to read this whole thing. Hopefully the quality is 720, so that way you can read this. I know sometimes the internet connection has died off on me, so hopefully it's not too bad. You can tell that this sign has seen some better days, but it's not in the worst shape either. But you can read this. I'll pan down slowly so that way you can pause it and read as you want. There you go. Real nice and slow. So if you want to pause that or go back after the stream or ends or whatever, if you're watching the replay, then you can pause it or whatever. You can read that. Now, this one might not come out because it is pretty far from the camera. It's not looking great on my camera, but if it's 720, you might be able to read that sign. There's an Holiday Park in Oceanside, California. That's cool as heck. They're around. They're definitely around. It's kind of like malls. There's, like, I think right now there's 2 Frontier malls, and I guess there used to be more, which is interesting. One in Canada, one here in Cheyenne, and then others. Yeah, I think I showed you guys this sign in the last stream, or the next one if you're watching the live stream playlist. The good thing is the text is pretty large, so even if it is lagging right now, you should be able to read this. They put in this memorial one right here. Let's see if I can get this gimbal to go down. They put in a memorial thing here for Alexander Gregory Fry. I'm not exactly sure who that was. I guess a train enthusiast. They put this in like 3 years ago, I think. Let's see. Did Wyoming have any Toys R Us? No, they did not, as far as I know. I don't think so. And was that Chuck E. Cheese? What was that? Is there any Chuck E. Cheese? No. In fact, in Wyoming, as far as I know, there is never a Chuck E. Cheese. I know there isn't any Chuck E. Cheese today. There's more of the tennis courts. We'll continue on this sidewalk. So right there is where we went up in the other stream. We went up there and further down Lincolnway. I didn't mention it, but there is actually this bike tunnel they put in about 5 years ago. I think 6. Yeah, it's interesting, I will say. Let's see. Hey, Exploring Retail with Andrews. Glad you could make it in live. Again, got the YMCA. Maybe they're expanding on the building. I can't remember if that's what I said last time, but I think they're definitely expanding on the building over there. You may be able to see some of the construction going on over there. I think that's what they're doing. Looks like they actually put in some sort of exercise area over here, actually. I don't remember that being there last time I was out here, but maybe it was and I just didn't notice. Got the tennis courts, of course. I want to go to Kmart. Yeah, I'd love to go to the one over in Hamilton, but that's pretty far. It's possible, but it's a little bit of money and a lot of time that I just don't have right now. If I get lucky, cool, but yeah, I don't remember that being there, but I bet it was added when they rebuilt this playground here. And we're gonna go over here since there are kids there. They shouldn't be the focus of this stream. Just hearing some of the plans, I'll say that. So I'll be looking forward to those videos, I'll say that. Hopefully you know who you are if you're still listening. Well, that's where we're at, is in Cheyenne. If you mean one of the welcome signs, I'll probably have one in another video soon, stream. So yeah, right here is 16th Street, which kind of cuts off from the Lincolnway, which we saw earlier. It's very interesting how the roads worked out. It's very interesting. Didn't used to be that way. And my tummy is growling, Jesus. I guess I'm hungry. Guitar Center. Yeah, I heard about Guitar Center. There's a few out this way. I think we had one here a few years back, unless I'm confusing it with another place. If we did, it was a small one, and it's long gone nowadays. Yeah, an interesting setup here for sure. So yeah, the road went right through there. I remember when I was younger, they actually had a, where's this guy going? I'm trying to get out of his way so he can ride his board. I remember when I was younger over here, they had a area that you could sit down where this lake was. I remember a lot of times when we'd walk out here, this lake would be so full that it would actually be flooded over. And a little bit more on this lake. I'll go a little bit further in. A little more on this lake. A long time ago, way out there in the middle, there used to be an island. They got rid of that, I think, about the time that they kind of did some reno, if you see my air quotes, reno of this place, for lack of a better word. Which, that's a beautiful shot right there with the sun in the background. But they got rid of that, and then they also added these larger drain areas. So if it gets overfilled, they can empty it out. Apparently this lake and the lake in Lyons Park, apparently all of them are connected to a reservoir somewhere up north. Which is interesting. So they can actually kind of turn the water on and off and let it fill up if it needs to. I know there have been times in the past where the lakes have been really low on water. I know last time I went to Loveland, that's how the lake was there. And that's near the Loveland Kmart. So this is kind of just a part of the Greenway, sort of. Not the Greenway specifically. There's several different areas for the bikeways, as that sign said it. And this one just goes around the park and all the way back around. Let's see if there's any other chats I missed. I'll send you a list of which ones are closing. I haven't made a list yet. Yeah, I'm not surprised. There'll be some time before we see any more closing lists for now, I think. It'll be interesting, maybe a little bit sad, but definitely interesting to see how Sears and Kmart work out this year. They should make it past Christmas. I don't foresee them closing before that, but after that, I know it's gonna get iffy. Of course, we got all these geese friends just chilling out here eating. I know they put a law into effect that said you couldn't feed them. It's because they are always staying here in the winter. You know, you still got that little bunch right there that we just saw that is still staying here. It used to be a lot worse. They used to all just stay here in the winter because everyone would feed them. You know, I kind of get it. It's not that necessarily killer, but it encourages them to stay, which they're not meant to do. They're meant to fly south in the winter. So, it kind of makes sense for what they did there. Wyocolo Experience. Hey there. Yep, we are in Holiday Park right now. I was at the Harrisburg Sears on Sunday, merchandising the tool. Yeah, the tool section is getting slim. I didn't know the Buffalo Wild Wings will be open for Thanksgiving. That's cool. Did Justice file for bankruptcy? Yes. I can't remember. I think it's Chapter 11. But they're still... I don't know. Maybe they did do 7. I can't remember. I know they were just closing a portion of their stores, but I guess now they're closing all of them. That's what I've heard anyway. So, they won't be around too much longer, unfortunately. Yeah, nowadays they are entirely liquidating. But yeah, that's the way things go, I guess. Really bright sun. This shot, I can't tell because the sun is in my eyes. This shot either looks super cool or super bad. There's some effect filters. I saw something. What if we went to dawn? I don't know if that made it look better or worse. Alright, we're going to go back to normal. Maybe. There we go. I think we're back to normal. Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of geese poop on this sidewalk. It's cutting through the field because I wasn't sure if I'd have enough time to get where I wanted to for the starting point for the stream. Ended up having plenty of time and probably didn't need to cut through here, but oh well. What can you do? But this is why we don't generally want to go on the grass because you can't really see it and you can't really avoid it. Ah, dear. Oh yeah, here's a little bit better view of the lake. That's a lot better. Let's see, I can't remember the street name of this road right here. Off the top of my head, let's see if we can zoom in. I don't think it's going to come out very clearly. Nope. I do know for a fact that 19th Street is right over there, and Holiday Park goes right along it. Right over there are some bathrooms as well. They usually have them closed in the winter, so if you need to go to the bathroom, don't come here. I know a lot of people will stop here and stuff like that, and it stink before in front of that door. I hate to say it, that's all I'm gonna say, but I hate to say it. It really stink. I don't think there's any abandoned Carl's Jr. in Wyoming. I don't think so. There's not that many. There's the one here, as you saw. I think there might be 2 Hardees up in Casper that are open. I don't think there's a former one that I know of. I might have to do some research on that, but that I know of, there is no abandoned one. So this, I think this they remodeled like maybe a year ago. I saw a post about it on Cheyenne's Instagram page. Warren Rest House, built 1902. William Du Bois, architect. Hopefully I don't lose connection right here. I shouldn't, but you never know. Doesn't look like I am. And it looks like right here they have a planner for events. Of course, that's empty. No one's going to use it in the winter, and Even this summer with Corona, who knows? I had a post on Instagram and my story actually get marked as COVID, because marked for the COVID stuff, because someone just said COVID in it. Like, it wasn't about COVID. It just happened to have COVID in it. It's like, come on, don't mark those posts as COVID. Like, it's one thing if it's about COVID, but now that this stream is about COVID, you're probably going to see a pop-up after the stream ends that says, you go to the health center to see about COVID. I should be saying Corona, but apparently even that will get you sensed sometimes. Sometimes they'll even sense that, so whatever. Gotta love technology. Carl's Jr. and Ken Pratt Boulevard, Longmont. Dang, it's closed. Dang. I don't know. I don't remember if I came across it before, unfortunately. I don't think I did. I've come across other Carl's Jr.'s and Hardees that have closed in Colorado, but I don't think I've come across yours. Dang. I'll have to take a look, and maybe next time I get out to Longmont, I'll have to stop there and film that. There's a few places in Longmont I really want to film. Just haven't gotten out that way. I almost did the Spirit and the Big Lots, but with the time that was in the day already, we were like, we better get to the place, which was Lone Tree. And, by the time we got to Lone Tree, it already was kind of too late for Lone Tree, too. Like, the mall was closing and the stores were all closing up. It was bad timing. So, I won't do that again. I'll leave early if I go to Lone Tree, and I'll probably do a separate go for Longmont. In hindsight, I definitely should have done the Longmont Spirit, honestly. In hindsight, I definitely should have done that Spirit, just because of the way the time worked out. Or if not that one, I definitely should have done the one at Colorado Mills. Because that one we could have gotten to in plenty of time as well. But whatever. Come on, boy. Pop up the live chat. Alright. That's a feature that YouTube needs to implement, is having the live chat stay open all the time when you are streaming. Because you can't see it. If you're streaming, you're not going to be able to always be clicking that button, especially if you got gloves on. It's much harder, so it's annoying. Gonna continue over on this sidewalk though. Got another area right over there for resting. Right over there is the intersection of Morrie and 19th Street, just for reference. Here's another view of the lake. It's pretty twisty, as you've probably noticed. It's a pretty big lake overall. I think the one in Loveland definitely is bigger, but it's still a pretty decent sized lake for what it is. And really nice landscape here too. Abandoned McDonald's, yeah. I think maybe you did. I can't remember. From looking. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've looked through Longmont. Really detailed for places that I could film and stuff. Obviously, I've stopped by there and photoed some stuff. As you probably noticed on my Instagram, I've posted a couple pictures from places in Longmont, but... Oh, Adam said that. I'm sorry, Parker. I misread the name. I totally thought I saw your name there, but I guess not. We had the Golden Arches that moved next door. The McDonald's. Dang. Which is an 80s McDonald's. I said that even though, yeah, it got remodeled to shoebox style. Yeah. Got another area right there for volleyball. Let's see if I can flip this around again. Come on, Instagram. There we go. All right, YouTube. I'm blaming Instagram for my problems. Goodness gracious. In all seriousness, though, let's see. What was I gonna say now? Oh yeah. So the McDonald's in Casper, of course. Well, I looked at all the dates and stuff. According to the property assessor, it must have been by 1987. But then someone else said that it was more like 1990. So I don't know if maybe they built the McDonald's, the new one in Casper, and then just never got around to opening it until a couple years later. I don't know exactly the story on that. Seems like it happened with the original McDonald's because it had 1959 as a build date, but I found pretty good confirmation that was 1960 when it was opened. So I'm not too sure how that worked out, but apparently there were a lot of restaurants on that road too that moved to like Wyoming Boulevard or whatever, where all the businesses kind of shifted towards, which is interesting. It definitely looked like a decent McDonald's overall from what I saw with the photos. It's too bad it's not there anymore. If I can clear my throat now. No cars are coming. I'm gonna sit over here on this little brick thing that they have around the street. There is still one near me in Denver. As far as I know, it's the only one near me that I could pretty easily access and photograph that is still open, which is super cool. I do want to eventually get to it for sure. I don't know when it'll be because I don't go to Denver too often, as you probably noticed, and usually when I do, it's like North Glen or Thornton or Lone Tree, not in the middle of Denver. So I'll have to get there sometime for sure and photo that, and maybe do a video if it's open by then. I know the insides of all the McDonald's have been closed for quite a while now. My McDonald's still has the Playland, which is rare. Same one I'm talking about. I think they're still pretty common. There's definitely a lot more. Come on, gimbal. Where do you want to focus for me? Come on. There we go. There's definitely still a good amount of McDonald's out there that have the Playland. I mean, two of mine, I think. Three of mine. Yellowstone, even though it was rebuilt, Yellowstone has it. Lincolnway has it. Delrange and Ridge Road has it. The only one here that doesn't is the one out on I-25 and College Drive, which that one kind of makes sense. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It never, as far as I know, it never had a play place. At least not since the 80s and maybe even sooner, whenever it was built. I definitely remember when that one looked 80s-esque, and now I think it still has the eyebrow look to it, which is interesting. Yeah, there's quite a few McDonald's around me that still have play place. There are ones that have gotten rid of it, though, for sure. There's a good amount of those. One thing that does seem to not have it very often is Burger King. Usually I don't see a play place in Burger King. I actually only found out about it more recently when I've seen some of the videos at various Burger Kings. So it's kind of interesting how that works out. It's kind of too bad in a sense, but then again, I guess I kind of see why. Kids these days mostly use their phones like I am right now, right? They're doing video games though, right, on their phone instead of streaming, but still, they're doing video games or they're at home doing video games. They don't care so much about the play stuff, although obviously the holiday park makes it obvious that people do still do that, so I will say that. Okay, it's been about an hour, so I think I'll call it here. We walked all the way around the holiday park as I promised. So if you are watching the live playlist, if you're watching the replays, then the next stream will be starting right here. This very sign, going up to Morrie and going up Morrie to Lincolnway and taking a left. And if you're watching this live, well, then thank you for joining. Hopefully see you on the next live stream. I encourage you joining these streams because although we are kind of going in a backwards order, it's always fun to chat and get to know each other a little bit more. It's always fun to do that. Yeah, I think I'll call it there. It's been a pretty good stream, pretty smooth. Not too bad wind, pretty decent weather for being December almost. I do want to wish all you guys who are here, and if you're watching the replay as well, if it's still this time, then definitely happy Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully everything can still go well, even though you probably will not be going out. Hey, Alec. Try it again. Pah. Darn it. Almost made it without spitting. Alejandro Rico. There we go. I'm sorry, and J, I'm guessing that's how you say it. Because in Spanish, the J is more like a ha thing, right? But anyway, in all seriousness, I'm glad to see you in the chat as well. I don't think I saw you earlier, so thanks for making it in here, and glad you enjoyed as well. But yeah, I think the next stream, I don't know yet. Next stream, if you're watching this live, at this point you'll want to click off if you're watching the replay. If you're watching live, then we'll probably do either downtown, a downtown walk itself, or we'll go further west and meet up with where we left off on this stream. So we'll see how it goes, depending on weather. I'll let you know on my community tab as always, so you'll want to make sure you're subscribed and got notifications on and all that, so that way you don't miss it. I'll let you guys know for sure. I always do. Longmont Save-A-Mont gas station, permanently closed. Dang. Yeah, there's quite a few abandoned gas stations. We'll be seeing one in either the next stream or the stream after that, maybe. Whenever I go all the way out west, you'll see it. You have been here? Okay. Maybe I just missed your chats. I'm sorry, Alejandro, if I missed your chats. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that a little bit. My mouth's a little bit dry. But in all seriousness, thank you all for watching the stream. I'm glad you guys were able to make it. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.